Hello, it's 2020. It's time to start racing, and this is Rock Roubaix, put on by Beat the Clock Cycling, a group of off-road gravel, alternative cycling riders. That's my old roommate up there in the tractor. That's the bandana you get too. It's pretty fun. There's like 140 people in this. Some race it, some don't. Everyone knows what I'm gonna do. As you can see here, I'm trying to get as much draft as early as possible off of the motorcycle. So yeah, I'm first wheel. Very important here, strategy-wise. I do have a bandana on. I think that was key to my success. But I cut out the little parade into the actual route. And this is kind of when the race opens up, and I attack immediately out of the gate. I don't know if this is peacocking or not, but probably. And I'm just going to fast forward through this because I'm out here for a while. This is McKinney Falls. We go by a wonderful state park there. I had to get out of the saddle and wiggle around a little bit, doing it again because I weigh 185 pounds and it is very difficult for me to go uphill. But then Tristan Ewell and former teammate and coach, actually I guess they're both former teammates, come up, which is fun. Then Spencer passes us by, and pretty sure everyone is now there. Lawson Craddock's also doing this, which is great. So I get caught, whatever, we keep rolling. So I was in the pack for about 5 minutes, actually probably a little bit less, maybe 2 minutes, and then Bo Edwards, former winner and conservative rider, is up the road right now. And of course there's a sign sprint coming up, so this is a perfect time to attack mercilessly. That's what gravel racing is all about. It's about non-stop attacking. So I go and just gonna go up here. Now I get to Bo. It takes a little bit. Bo's a strong rider. And we're just gonna whip around here. It's actually pretty cold too. It was like in the morning, but it's gonna warm up. I cross the double yellow line because I don't care about traffic rules. Bo and I take turns. Now, this is where the gravel starts. Now, keep in mind, I'm on like S-Works, turbo tires. They are tubeless, so actually it didn't really have any flat problems. But everyone else is on like, actual gravel tires. So I'm sliding around a lot. Don't really pull too much on gravel sections because I think it's just very annoying for everyone to be on my wheel because it's just sliding around. And everyone's terrified of me in general because, I'm an idiot. But yeah, I've rode some of these roads before. I used to get like 30 flats on them, so it's nice not to have to do that. But it is nice not having a bunch of cars. I know 2 cars just passed, but it's negligible when you think about other Texas roads. There's another car. It's like the dust effect, it's like very ethereal, the dust in the camera. But yeah, so Bo and I are out here for quite a bit. I think I hit the lap button as soon as I started, and we were out there for like an hour 20 minutes, like 320 watts or something like that. So it was a good little, warm up for what's to come. So now the pack rejoins, everybody. It was a small chase group, then we eventually got pulled back once we started winding through some turns. And there's Lawson Craddock. We're just going to cut through this. And Lawson goes, he's just animating the race the whole time, which I love. I love that a World Tour rider that, is podiuming World Tour races is here. We got 6th in World Time Trial National, or not Nationals, just World's TT. Crazy guy. He's up there, Bo's up there. He does not want Bo to win. A lot of shit talking. So at this point, I didn't record a whole 5-hour race because that's stupid and no GoPro has enough battery to do that, but I recorded when it started getting interesting. So Andy Jobin, my fearless teammate, is off the front with Lucas, and Lucas is a fucking, phenomenal young rider. This is another gravel section that actually was probably the shittiest one. Definitely the one I was like, okay, I'm gonna flat. Because there's like these massive flint rocks that were pretty sharp. So, this is when people start attacking. It makes sense to attack more on the gravel because it's really difficult to stay right behind someone. I do a pretty good job of it, but, at every moment I'm like, I'm going to fly over the handlebars and just, chew up my entire body. But, they're out the front. It's fun. Gravel's nice. Look at all this. Look at these. Oh, there's Zach Stein, not on a team bike. Very disappointing. Not in team colors. Also very disappointing. I don't know why he's wearing Rafa and wants to kind of move into the upper echelon of cycling society, I guess. But it's really good. We keep rolling through here. There's a little hill. Maybe I'll do power next time. About to go over this. There's some live oaks, I think. Very beautiful. Yeah, look at this. Just shred in the sun to the trees. It's really nice. Okay, so we're gonna keep going down this hill. Actually, this is a long ass clip. But I guess you get an idea of what it looks like in Texas. It's what we call God's country out here, brother. It's very nice. Actually does want, I'll be riding for State Bicycle next year for gravel. I guess it is this year. I'm riding for State Bicycle right now, but bike's not ready yet. Still very early season. But once it is, I'll actually have a regular ass gravel bike that is capable of, turning fast in dirt. That was an issue. I'd always drop back because my wheels would wash out. Here comes a good one, a good turn. Now, pace is being driven by AJ Robertson. He's on Super Squadra, old team. He's a gravel guy, gravel rider. He's just trucking along. It's so nice back here, though. I do get the appeal, because now all I want to do is be outside in nature, and riding on these roads is a lot nicer than riding on regular roads. So, I can't really do, 1800 watt sprint intervals on this, but whatever. But talking about a sprint, here's one I actually have to do. It's about 1700 watts. Lawson Attacks. There's a small group up the road. This is probably the most, one of the divisive points in the race. He attacks, and he's drilling it to get to a group with like Lucas, Bo, Tristan, I think one of my other teammates. So I jump as well, strength in numbers, etc. And the roads are pretty smooth, so it's good time for me to really just plow through. But he is trucking, and I know that behind me, I'll look back periodically. They're chasing pretty hard. Lawson's gonna swing it right through here, and we can just keep going. And boom, truck. That was a little fun, little sketch. But as you can see, I'm like struggling. But now I'm on his wheel, and we're good. So we're just gonna speed it up a little bit. Ding, 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 ding. Do like their jerseys. And we make it. So we're good. I think who else is up here? Maybe. Oh yeah, Andy Jobin. We have Scott Veggie. Now there was actually we're cutting through Bastrop now. We did stop for water real quick per Lawson's request. Bo Edwards tried to be very sneaky and underhanded, much like the Conservative Congress, and run out to join the chase pack. But we ended up catching everybody anyway. Now I broke off with Lucas because we both have race bikes, 25, 28s, not really equipped, so we want to kind of get a head start on all the gravel sections and just get ahead of everybody. But of course, there's a big attack from Tristan, Lawson, and Stefan, and Lucas. Lucas was just farther up and was able to catch back on. Any hill is a difficult thing for me, especially a gravel one. This is Old Sayers, really beautiful road at any time of the year. Also got a lot of flats on this last time I rode it. So, but yeah, you can see my bandana, flickering in the wind, very wonderful, really crucial for my performance. Now, Bo and AJ broke off from the other group to chase, and I think there was one other person behind. I kind of let up a little bit because there's no way I was going to chase those guys on Old Sayers. They were going pretty hard. Now we have a tractor coming up. Tractors are pretty cool. Look at it go. There it is, John Deere. Don't know what it is behind him. Probably carrying hay bales or something. This gravel there's a lot of like flint rocks. This isn't too bad. If it rains, it fucking sucks. But there's cattle guards, and cows apparently are really afraid of them. I've never seen one encounter one, but I would be really curious to see what happens. But yeah, so we're chugging along at a pretty solid pace. It's really nice back here, though. I'm pretty excited to start riding more out here. Man, the stats for this ride is nuts. It was like 5 hours and 12 minutes. I think from the lap that I hit, it was like 280 average power, 315 for the whole ride. Do a little bit of speed here. And like 330 TSS, so kind of ridiculous, especially this early in the season. But, you know, been trying to ride more, so putting in, you know, longer weeks. I mean, 15 hours is a lot for me. I work a full-time fucking job. But now we're just going. You can see there's cows, there's oak trees, there's cattle guards, there's red rocks, there's some gravel descents. I wonder if we're going to pass up. Let's see. Going. Now, Bo, they don't, yeah. Up and boom. Right there was Lucas. He flatted it out. He was going to win. I think it would, like, you know, would have been him and Tristan, you know, at the end of the race, really battling it out. They're both really good. And now what I'm doing is I'm, like, charging along. Bo made a wrong turn. You know, it just happens. I think, you know, I don't know why. But he made a wrong turn. AJ and I kept going, and then once we were getting pretty close to them, checking my cameras on, and I was like, fuck, it's like I have to go before the headwind, because there was a headwind coming out of the east, or out of the west, and the last section was west, and I was like, if I don't get them there, they're just going to be working together to get onto the bike path. So I went pretty hard. AJ cracked. It happens. You know, we were at mile like 90 something at this point, and it had been a hard race, and, you know, they had been chasing for a while. So I did, it was probably like a 20-30 minute solo move to get to them. And now we have strength in numbers. You know, there's Stefan there, there's Tristan, and there's Lawson. But what happens? I get second place. I didn't record, or I can't always press the record button when people attack, because, you know, I'm like trying to not die. Lawson pulls out of the race, you know, because he's a World Tour rider. He could win whatever he wants. And Tristan attacks me on the hills. After the fourth hill, I lost his wheel, and he TT'd his way there.
Winner.
And, yeah.
Second place.
Super fucking fun though. Really, really excited to do more of those for state. And yeah, just train more on gravel in general. And, you know, it'd be nice not to have a bike that, you know, has 28s, you know, not completely aluminum. So yeah, super tight. Can't wait to fucking do all that shit. Second place is cool, but first place got a chicken, so I really wanted those. I'm trying to start a farm. All right, bye everybody. Love ya.